Welcome, everybody. We're about to get started. Just setting up the live stream. You can tell all your friends and everyone that can't make the Zoom that they can watch it also on YouTube. So we are getting started right about now.
Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
I'm off of all medication. No more diabetes, no more high blood pressure medication, and no more stage 3 kidney failure.
I stepped on that scale and I screamed like a little girl. I just lost 60 pounds in 30 days. That was the point. I'm like, you know what? Stop working.
Because of these two plant-based products, in 34 weeks, I've lost 101 pounds. But 34 weeks ago, I used to fit in these jeans. Now look at them.
My blood sugar was real high. I had erectile dysfunction, but this changed my life. You know, it helped me. I'm a tiger now, man.
Ooh! So what you saying? You chasing your wife all around the house?
Yes, sir.
Is she loving it?
She's running.
Does she feel great?
She feels better than great, man.
Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Now tell me, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Yeah, yeah.
My cholesterol is now normal. In March 2021, I was at 200. Today, I am at 69. My A1C went from an 8.6 to a 6.8. That, I've been on the Feel Great system for 2 months.
Diabetic, which led into neuropathy. I had diverticulitis. I had ulcers, anxiety, depression. Although I looked healthy, I was not healthy. And it took me about 5 months being on the tools. And then I was off my medications, feeling absolutely amazing. I reversed my type 2.
Gracias a Dios a este sistema, yo estoy bien de mi presión y estoy bien de mi circulación, de mis problemas de mis pies, porque yo hasta lloraba del dolor.
I'm down 16 pounds, 10 inches, sleeping better, my skin is better, went from a size 2X to an XL. Life is worth living. I'm getting ready to live. I haven't lived in a long time, but I'm getting ready to live again.
Avec le matin, je l'ai pris cette première semaine. J'ai gagné beaucoup d'énergie. Et avant ça, je conduisais et je me sentais très très fatigué. Et je me disais toujours, d'accord, tu as 50 ans maintenant, 52 ans.
Tu fais pas 50 ans, c'est pas magnifique, oh là là, magnifique. On dirait pas que tu as 50 ans.
When you receive a text about FGS,
nothing is better than helping people. I'm celebrating with someone I'm helping, and I am so happy and excited. Watch. Sugars were at 3 to 500, now at 150 to 200. A1C was a 14, now it's a 9. How can you not celebrate this? How can you not believe that this is a March?
Can you feel it? Can you feel
All right. Can you feel it? Good evening, everybody. Thank you all for coming on the Zoom call tonight. Thank you, John. Good to see you all, seeing everybody out there. Hey, I'm Rashida Ali. I'm in Columbus, Georgia. I am feeling great today, okay? I got a smile on my face and I got a reason for it. Thank you, John, for asking me to introduce you. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you. This young man, he is my good friend. I've learned to be a friend. I would like to introduce you to him. He's going to be our presenter tonight. He is my upline. He is positioned where money is no longer an issue. He loves to help people. He definitely loves to help people. He'll stop whatever he's doing to help people. And he's a lot of fun to be around. And y'all, quiet as kept, he can play that piano. Oh my gosh, you just have to hear it for yourself. Listen, most importantly, he knows all the facts about the business. So without further ado, let me introduce to some and present to others the one and only one, Mr. John Hilliard. Come on, y'all, let's clap it up for him.
Thank you so much for that, Your Highness. Ladies and gentlemen, she is the Queen Rashida Ali. Thank you again. I want to welcome all y'all. It's good to see y'all. We're gonna go ahead and get started here, but on behalf of Queen Rashida Ali, well, first of all, I want to acknowledge all of my teammates. Queen Rashida, of course, she did that wonderful introduction. I have Marie Ramirez, Dennis Williams, Yoli Garcia, and one of my newest teammates is Reggie Crocker over here. Just want to acknowledge them because without a good team behind me, wow, I would not have gone as far as I have, and definitely not without the leadership. So I must acknowledge Coach Greg Hoy, who brought me into the business and introduced me to these products that I'm getting ready to tell y'all about. So getting on here. Oh, I've got to introduce also one of my guests here. Y'all know her as iPhone on the screen. Her name is Tara. I just want to welcome Tara. Glad you could make it. She has an amazing story. Not ready to share it quite just yet, but I'm sure you'll hear it soon. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen. Thanks. There we go. All right, everybody can see my screen now, right?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Okay, great. All right. Everybody knows, I've been driving trucks. I've been a truck driver about 20 years. If you ask me, that's about 20 years too long. I was always that big teddy bear, that fun guy, smile on his face. Whenever I would come around, everybody would just be so happy to see me. But deep down inside, I was, struggling, really in a lot of pain. Brain fog, aching joints. I knew that my mother and my grandmother had diabetes, and the way that I felt, I knew I was going to be, getting that diagnosis pretty soon, especially being a truck driver. 50% more susceptible to diabetes. And a lot of my friends started to check out, that I'd grown up with. I didn't want to be the next one, so I knew I had to do something. So came across the Feel Great system and decided to give it a shot. And I made this video before I got started, so I'm going to go ahead and play this. This is my story, y'all.
Everybody has seen this picture. Yeah, that's all 373.6 pounds of me. Truck driving definitely takes a toll on your health. Achy joints, out of breath just walking to the building, tired all the time, brain fog, waking up with headaches every morning. I knew I had to do something, but everything that I had tried in the past just wasn't working. So I heard about the Feel Great system and decided to give it a try. Hey, what did I have to lose? They say there's a 90-day money-back guarantee, so I decided to give it a shot.
Okay, here we go. Tastes good.
Well, after being on the system for an entire year, here's what I look like now. I am leaving the 300 club. Do the math.
All right, and I'm happy to say that I'm no longer in the 300 club. That is long behind me, y'all. Long behind me. I'm down 100 pounds, 100 plus pounds. And yeah, feeling great. And never, ever will I be that 373.6 again in life. I promise you that. All right, so as I said, I was a truck driver. And I got caught up in what I call the truck driver trade-off. And what that is, we never really seem to have a whole lot of time to spend with your friends and family because you're always gone. I mean, I was always on the road, weeks and months at a time. You know, that's the life of a truck driver. Somebody's got to do it. So here I was. Um, it was a good job. You can make some decent money as a truck driver if you do it right. But when those wheels aren't rolling, you can ask any truck driver, they'll tell you the same thing. When those wheels aren't rolling, you're not making any money. But most importantly, my health and my weight have become a major, major concern in my life. And just another thing about truck drivers. I mean, it's a very, very stressful occupation. Lots of long hours. You got 11 hours that you can drive in a day. You got 14 hours to get it done, 70 hours in a week where everyone else is working 40. Weather, traffic. I mean, it's a very, very stressful and hazardous occupation. And the food out there, I didn't even touch on that yet. Food out there is horrible. Just a little tidbit, my guest that's on tonight, Tara, her son was a truck driver. And sadly, he got so sick out there on the road that he ended up passing away. As a truck driver. Very, very sad story. But she did allow me to reveal that much. Okay. But I want to share with everybody a few disturbing facts if I could. 90% of all adults in America are metabolically unhealthy. High blood pressure, cholesterol, blood sugar levels, blood pressure levels are at an all-time high. A lot of people are suffering from unwanted fat and low energy. I was definitely among those. Over 100 million adults in the U.S. are currently dealing with diabetes or pre-diabetes and heart disease. We all know this. It's become the number one cause of death in the world. Even childhood obesity is growing at an alarming rate. And as I mentioned earlier, truck drivers, 50% more susceptible to diabetes. A lot of truck drivers struggle with obesity. A lot of truck drivers that smoke. Out of everything that list, that's the one thing that I did not have a problem with. No, didn't do that. But these blood pressure numbers, 87%. My blood pressure was creeping up, and it was a major concern. Sleep disorders also very, very common among truck drivers. And the reason for all this is because of our modern day food environment, which is causing many of us to suffer from what we call insulin resistance. I mean, y'all know, from the moment you get up, you go to the kitchen, and all of a sudden you're bombarded by all these companies that we know and love. I say that tongue in cheek. Ready to feed us the 5 major food groups: the high fructose corn syrup, the artificial ingredients, refined carbohydrates, low nutrients, and it's all addictive. It's also very low in fiber. Those are the 5 major food groups. Okay, those are the 5 major food groups, but y'all get the point. All right. But it's not just the processed stuff. We know that's bad for us. So even agriculture, the produce, it's been modified. It's been tampered with. I mean, look at the size of some of these fruits and vegetables over on the left-hand side of the screen. The potatoes, the carrots, the apples. I mean, they used to be very, very small. You ever heard of Cosmic Crisp apples? They're huge. Big, huge apples. They're not real. I mean, they're a concoction of some other type of fruits, Who in the world came up with that idea, and how did they do it? That's the big question. The chickens, they used to be very, very small. Now they're the size of small puppies, as Coach says all the time. Right? Everything's been tampered with, and it's causing insulin resistance, which leads to many, many health problems. But John, you might say, why don't we all just go on a diet? I mean, that works, doesn't it? Well, yeah, you might be right, partially, but diets are typically unsustainable. Think about the last time you went on a diet. What happened? Well, you started, you were real motivated to get going and everything, but then what happened? Well, you might lose about 2 pounds, 5 pounds, you got it going good, but then you plateau, you get bored, you get frustrated. You don't see the results that you were expecting. And next thing you know, you're not on your diet anymore. That is until that next trend comes along. Then what happens? Well, same thing, lose 5 pounds, and then what happens? Well, here come the temptations. I know the temptations, not the music group, those friends that come along and say, oh, you've done so well. You deserve a cheat meal, right? Yeah. Next thing you know, you're not on your diet anymore. Until third time's a charm, right? Yeah. Lose a few pounds, but then you find yourself at the end of the year. Wow, just had Halloween, all this Halloween candy sitting around. Man, just gotta have one, right? What's next? Thanksgiving, Christmas? Who's being consistent to their diet right about now? Anybody? Anybody? I don't see the hands going up. Yeah. So eventually you just give up, right? That's what happens with the typical diet. So it's not that diets don't work, they're just unsustainable. The problem is insulin resistance. And if you can get rid of insulin resistance, you can get rid of most health problems. Now, how do you know if you got insulin resistance? Well, I'm going to share with you a few signs. And as I go through these, think about if you or somebody that you know is dealing with any of these. The constant hunger, the skin tags, inability to lose weight, constant cravings for salt and sugar. Just gotta have the chips, gotta have the cookies, gotta have the peanuts. Hey, I used to suffer from most of these. I also had those migraines, those headaches. I used to wake up on the truck, head just a pounding. Didn't had no idea why. Maybe it was my cholesterol levels. Maybe it was my, blood pressure. I don't know. Those are typically known as silent killers. But one thing that I do know now is that it is a sign of insulin resistance. Fatigue. Just, you get up and go, just got up and went. Just tired all the time. Or you have that big meal, next thing you know, you have the itis, right? You know what the itis is.
Mommy, I'm sleepy.
Oh, don't worry about that, little baby. That's just the itis.
The what?
The itis. That's what you call it when you get sleepy after a big meal.
Yeah, we're all familiar with that, right? We think it's normal, but it's not. Touch the top part of your stomach. If it's hard, that's visceral fat. It's dangerous because it's choking your organs. There's a lot of fat that's caked around your organs, and that's not good. But all of that is a sign of insulin resistance. And as I said, if you can get rid of insulin resistance, you can get rid of most health problems. So does anybody out there know somebody dealing with any of those signs? Raise your hand or something. I'm going to shift gears a little bit and talk about the company. The name of our company is Unicity International. This is one of the newest facilities located in Las Vegas, Nevada. Formerly known as Rexall Drugs, Unicity was formed in 2001 when Rexall merged with Enrich International. And in 2006, this man, Mr. Stuart Hughes, who has over 3 decades of experience in the industry, bought the company. And under his leadership, Unicity has become completely debt-free and is also known as one of the top 500 privately held companies in the United States. We're currently doing business in over 60 countries and support over 20 different languages. And Unicity's sole mission is to make life better. Unicity also holds a very strong position within the wellness industry, which, from what I understand, is on track to becoming a trillion-dollar industry over the next few years, and is predicted to create quite a few brand new millionaires. Which brings up a question. We'd love to have some of that trillion-dollar pie. Just a slice. Just break me off for a couple million or two. Nobody missed that, right? Hey, I'll take it. Let's get back to talking about the product. I want to get some of my teammates to help me out. If I could ask Ms. Rashida, do you have your script ready? You could talk to us about the Unimante. That would be great.
Oh yes, Unimati. I love it. I love it. I love it. Wow. Our flagship product is the Feel Great system. It consists of 2 powerful food-based products, Unimati Tea and Unicity Balance. The Unimati Tea helps you to feel great all day. It boosts your mood and physical performance. It also boosts mental clarity, helps with brain fog, and supports mental health. It suppresses hunger and cravings. It just gives you 10 times more of that feel good elements found in a typical cup of coffee without the crash or the jitters. And it can be enjoyed hot or cold any time of the day or night. That's that Unimati tea. And I'm loving lemon. Can't wait to try apple spice though.
I heard that. I heard that. Speaking of which, y'all, I gotta share this. I mixed the lemon Unimate with bone fortified. And I got to tell you, if you have not tried this, you need to get right with Jesus. For real. This is good. This is delicious. Lemon Unimate mixed with bone fortified. I mean, yeah, gotta try it. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, Unimate is more than just tea. Look at all these clinical studies. There's been so many studies done on Unimate, and look at these results. 13% increase in strength in aerobic fitness, 5% just in single use. Psychological well-being. This was done by Oxford questionnaire. 20% increase just after taking Unimate. There's a lot of chlorogenic acid, 375 times more than your standard yerba mate drink that you find in the store, by the way. And check out these other numbers, these LDL, triglycerides, the glucose levels, all these showing reduction, even HbA1c levels showing a significant reduction. And gotta love this last study. The reduction in waist circumference, 10% in waist circumference, hip circumference down by 7%, and also a 4.8 reduction in weight. Who would not love some results like that? Just from having Unimate. But this is only part of the field great system, y'all. Only part of it. It gets better. Then there's the balance. Now the balance is more than just a fiber. It's a pre-meal drink. When you mix it with water and take it before your meal, it provides critical fiber and support. It slows the digestion of carbs. It promotes healthy blood glucose levels, insulin, cholesterol, and triglyceride levels. It also has a 7X technology in it, plus fiber matrix. And this provides 8 different strands of fiber that causes you to feel fuller long time. Sometimes I go more than 16, 20 hours a day without eating. Why? Because I'm full. Hey, it just lasts like that. I only had one meal today and I'm not. It also has the vitamin complex, and that provides with daily vitamins and minerals, and it helps to balance out your gut health, which helps to get rid of unwanted body fat. Both the Unimate and the balance are documented in the medical PDR. You can see that under the third-party certifications. There's 18 natural products from Unicity that are inside the PDR, along with the Unimate and the balance. All right. There's also other organizations who have certified these products, sports organizations, and that's got to say something to you, because professional athletes, they're not going to put just anything into their body. Unicity also has their own in-house scientists and specialists. And there's been clinical studies like what we showed earlier that have been done by these leading hospitals and universities. I mean, y'all know these names. I mean, BYU, Cleveland Clinic, UNLV, Sydney University, Columbia, University of Connecticut. I mean, even the Cleveland Clinic went so far as to say that such a product is taken regularly to reduce cardiovascular risk on a population basis and potentially decrease the need and our dose for lipid-lowering prescription drugs. I mean, those aren't my words. That's the Cleveland Clinic, #1 heart hospital in the world. These products are patented, and all the ingredients are sourced directly from the farmers. One thing that people notice when they get on the field grade system is the cost savings. They didn't tell me that in the beginning, but I found that out really, really quick. Hey, I'm not going to my money as quickly. I'm not wasting, all this stuff on junk like what I was doing beforehand. But look at some of these other comments. $200 savings on groceries, $500 savings a month. No more antidepressants. Reduction in insulin, high blood pressure medications. I mean, there's even accountants in this list that have recognized cost savings. I mean, yeah, the system ends up paying for itself. It really does. So, as I said, field grade system has been scientifically proven to rid the body of insulin resistance when it's coupled with time-based eating. And if you can get rid of insulin resistance, you can get rid of most health problems. These products taste great. Excuse me a second. Tastes fantastic. It's safe for children as well as lactating mothers. Field grade system is unique, unmistakable, and simply impossible to duplicate. All that makes sense, right? Mm-hmm. I got it? All right. So with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and open the floor up. Any questions? Anybody else has any guests that might have popped, feel free to go ahead and welcome them. I want to thank everyone for being here. Go ahead and turn on your microphones and let's have it.
Hey, John, can you take this with medication?
Definitely, definitely. These are plant products. It's food. So if you can have a Big Mac, if you can have a pizza while you're taking your medications, you can definitely have a feel great system.
Thank you, John.
Anybody have any testimonies they want to share?
I like to share my testimony.
I felt that was coming.
So I started on the Feel Great system back in May, at exactly May 22nd, after being in a lot of pain for a long, long time. And the pain was in my left hip, down from my hip to my ankle, and it would wake me up out of my sleep every night. For 5 months that went on. I was also struggling with my weight. I had gotten up to 215 to 220, and I could never get out of that over 200 club, you know? Um, Blood pressure problems, all of that. But once I started drinking the Unimati tea and putting the unicity balance in my system and my body, I noticed that within 2 weeks, I was not waking up out of my sleep anymore. So the pain went away. And I also had pain in my shoulder. I thought I had torn my rotator cuff, but it was arthritis and bursitis. So I don't have that pain anymore. I've lost down to 27 pounds now. I'm not trying to be high school skinny, y'all. I've just lost the weight, okay? And although I do have my high school reunion next year, I might change that. But I tell you, it feels great. I'm full of energy. I don't mind telling you guys that I am 77 years of age. And they tell me that I don't look it, I don't walk it, I don't talk it, I don't act it, but that's me. And I owe some of that to God Himself, but the Feel
Amen.
Great system. So thank you for letting me share that.
All right, all right. Yeah, I heard a wonderful testimony today by one of my other partners. And I want to ask her to share her story, if she wouldn't mind. I kind of prepped her for this one, so not really putting her on the spot, but Miss Rosalinda Danez, if you could please share your story.
Hi, I'm Rosie from Midland, Texas. My story is that I've been diabetic for 15 years, and me seeing my mother being diabetic, it was really hard seeing me, seeing her that way because she was going through so many issues, and I did not know that then the diabetic follows you with so many things, and I was seeing it on her, and I knew changes, so I started cutting, like pizza, pasta, cokes, and candies, because the way I was going, I was not going to be looking at all good. So I knew I started need to do some things. So I did. Over the years, I started cutting down some stuff, and while I was seeing her suffer with the diabetic, from one leg getting amputated to another leg, it was really hard seeing her go through all that. So I knew I had to make some changes, and I I knew that making changes was going to be so hard because when you like to eat, it's so hard. But I tried, but and then I didn't realize, the foods that we that either way, whatever we ate, it wasn't helping us. So little by little, I started looking into remedies and natural products and all that, and everything I had, it wasn't really helping me. Maybe a little bit, but and then my sugar was going up and down, up and down. And then they were giving me from pills to pills, and then after that, insulin to insulin. It was just like I'm not doing better. What am I going to have to do to make this go away? Instead, it's just getting worse because I didn't want to get into insulin, but he said we have to. At one time, about 3 years ago, probably my diabetic numbers were at 13 point something. So he said, no, we got to bring it down. So I brought it down to a 9 and then to an 8. And for the longest time, it stayed at 8. So now, me trying all these products and all that. And then it's just so hard because I was diagnosed with a pinched nerve. I don't know what it was. It was something in my back, my lower back. It's like a sciaticus, but it wasn't a sciaticus. But I I was struggling with so much pain, popping pills every 6 hours for a year and a half. It was so hard. So I thank God because I asked God, okay, heal me from this. God heal me. But in anything what I would do would trigger the pain. So I knew that I had to be careful what I. And after that, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. Took care of that. Thank God. God is still, with me in my journey. But it's been really hard. And then all of a sudden, my mother passes away. And, I always found any kind of little natural pills for her liver because, she was diagnosed with a liver cirrhosis, when she first got diabetic. And it was just seeing her go through all that, it was really hard. So I knew I had to take care of myself somehow. And so I was trying all these natural remedies and, this tea for this and this tea for that. And, I was spending a little money here and there, and then expensive stuff for creams and lotions for my body, for my pain and everything. And when I end up seeing this on TikTok, I tried it. And just in a month and a half, I noticed my A1C went down. My numbers starting to look better. My blood pressure and my cholesterol, all the numbers were really getting better for me, and me losing weight, 12 pounds the first month. That was great. Now it's kind of slow, but it's okay because I'm in a progress that I know it's going away little by little and I'm getting better. And I just want to thank God because He brought me to the right stuff that I needed or my body needed. So thank God, that this stuff is helping me. And let's just spread the word to, I'm like, and my mother, she's no longer here, but I always thought, well, my mother's going to help me find something better. And I feel like she's guiding me to the right places. And this, this tea that we're doing, this amazing system that we're doing, it's taught me to be, I guess, disciplined in my eating and show me to fast more because I never really fasted. But, we're all learning. And I just thank God because we're something, we got something really special in our hands that I wish everybody would really notice it the way I do.
Thank you for that, Rosie. All right, everybody give it up for Rosie. Wow. Very, very moving testimony. Thank you for that. All right. Anybody else have anything they wanted to share with the
Yes. Hello, y'all. My name is Reginald Crocker. I'm from Fort Worth, Texas. And just like Rosie, I seen my father suffer. My father was a type 1 diabetic, and he been gone since 2001. And Dennis know my father, and he lost both his legs, and to see him suffer and with all that, and this way before I became a diabetic. Well, several years before I became a diabetic. So I started eating everything. When he died, I was 42 years old. So I all through the years and stuff, and so I started feeling a little funny uh, on 208. We was in Savannah for our family reunion. I started feeling bad, man. I'm talking about, I couldn't, a brain fog, whatever y'all call it. I was everything. So, time I got from Savannah of our family reunion, I went to the doctor and he said, you know what? You was diabetic, Dr. Roundtree. And he said, you was diabetic. I said, what? And he said, man, your cholesterol's so high and everything. So, okay, I piddled around, eat good for about several months, then get back eating hamburgers, candy, and all that. So, I was doing the same thing here. And, as my my A1C didn't get up to no 8, but it was like, well, it was 7. And so I I tried to do it on my own. it wasn't working out. Then June of this year, some change. Dennis, found Dennis through Facebook, and he was telling me about that and the Feel Great system. So he was coaching me how to you know uh, use it. And so I just said, okay. Then I after a couple of weeks, I started feeling good. I had a lot of energy, and my A1C was like 6.7. I went to the doctor. He said, "Man, what you doing?" I said, "I'm taking this Feel Great system." And he said, "You're thinking about 6.2. You're doing good." And then my blood sugar um was like 145, 190, and now it's what, 96. It was 100 today. And then my well, not my blood sugar. Yeah, my blood sugar and my high blood my I took my, what you call it, my blood pressure. Yeah, my blood pressure. I was like, my blood pressure was like 118 over 80 today.
Nice.
And instead of, it was going like 162 over 90. This, I'm talking about, I used to. Now I'm doing that. And now my mother, I got her on it, and she been on it about almost a month now. Lord have mercy, she was headed for dialysis. She was like 14. You get below 15, you getting ready to go on dialysis. So she started taking this, and we had to go to the doctor 3 weeks later. So they took her blood after she's been taking it like she should. And they said, well, Mr. Crocker, what's going on? Your mother kidney function went from 14 to a 20. And but she still got a long way to go. But she said, well, she's not gonna be on dialysis now. Just keep doing what you're doing. I sold her the product, and Dr. Redden said, wow, this is unbelievable. And he said, yes. And I said, this is not no gimmick. So I got nothing but praises for this. Thank y'all. And my mama, she said, "Oh, it tastes kind of good now. You warm it up, or put some ice in it, and she do all that." And she's 95 years old, and she said, I feel pretty good. She's not hurting. She's be hurting with her knees. She ain't talked about her knees over a month. So, the kidney, her kidney's doing good, and she keep drinking it, and it's the first time now she take it. Now I'm trying to get my sister back on it, So it does work. And I said, I thank you, Jesus. I thank y'all, and for everything. I'm gonna keep doing it for the rest of my life. I'm trying to get my business straight. I got me a tablet. Now. Now I got me a laptop. So I'm slowly getting into it. So thank y'all.
Good job.
All right. Gotta love these testimonies, y'all. I mean, the Feel Great system is remarkable. See, we have another guest here, Patrice. I don't recognize the name. Who invited Patrice? And let's see, Coach Todd has his hand up. Okay, go to you got the floor, Coach.
All right, this is exclusive here. I'm gonna bring my screen down a little bit here more so y'all can see this testimony here. So, guys, I've done a lot of good things, and I've had a lot of fun on the Feel Great system. But working out about a month and a half ago, and when I tell you I was in bad shape. And so when I tell you guys, I was a premier athlete, and I was in really good shape. And my wife loved touching my muscles that time. But life had changed. I had gotten morbidly obese. And so I started lifting. And, when you go in a gym as a guy that's been working out, being an athlete for all your life, and all of a sudden you got to start with like the, no disrespect, with the baby weights. I was embarrassed. I would go at 3 a.m. and I would start with 10 pounds and then 20 pounds. And I was, man, but my shoulders were hurting. Everything was hurting. And I'm going to lower my hand here. So fast forward, as I started with 10, 20, and guys would come in, they'd be lifting 100 pounds. I was like, dang, I'd be so embarrassed, you guys, but I just kept going. And you guys know how I am about geotropic stuff, stuff that nobody sees. And I was tempted to start recording myself, but I didn't want to be like everybody else at the gym. If you ever go to the gym nowadays, everybody has a camera out. Everybody's, in the corner lifting, taping themselves. And so I'm like, lifting, going. I'm getting better. Now I go from the 20s to the 25s. And I only stayed in one station with the dumbbells because I knew that I can get stronger faster with the dumbbells. I knew I could get stronger, but I need to get my shoulders. My shoulders were just all beat up. And so, I began to get stronger and stronger. And today I hit a goal. It wasn't even a personal goal. It was just a goal that it was victory. I finally got back to, I haven't hit a 70-pound dumbbell in over 27 years. And I finished my set with 8 reps for you guys that lift weights. It might not be a big deal to a lot of folks here, but for me,
got it.
For a long time and had the physique and had muscle strength. But I can tell you, I'm sipping Unimate all morning. People at the gym are noticing me now, like, hey, you're getting stronger. And I haven't said anything to anybody. I've just been drinking Unimate every day, going to the gym, 3:30 in the morning. Everybody's watching. I'm on the treadmill. But I feel so, so rewarded today. It's emotional, folks, because, some time ago, 30, almost 40 months ago, I was in a bad shape. Kidney failure, diabetes, high blood pressure, gout. And now, last year I climbed Mount Fuji. Didn't ever think I'd do that. This year, I just, hit a personal PR for myself and, finishing bench press reps with dumbbells, 70-pound weights. And I'm emotional today. I just sat there and said, man, this Feel Great system is giving me so much freedom. So I want to thank everybody for hearing my testimony. I know a lot of times I don't give my updated testimony, but today that was one that I think I wanted to share with this amazing group. So thanks a lot, Mr. Hilliard, and the rest of the team for allowing me to share that testimony. I'm on my journey. And yeah, it doesn't matter where you start. It's a marathon. I'm still on my journey, folks. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you for that, Coach. All right. Well, I know we do these meetings just about every night of the week. We talk about the health side of the Feel Great system. On the weekends, we talk about the wealth side of the Feel Great system every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern time, 8 Mountain, 9 Central. Anybody wants to come on out and hear about the business side, how you can earn some supplemental income just by sharing your story. That's what a lot of us are doing. Something we're going to be doing anyway because everybody's so thrilled about the results that they get from using Feel Great system. We just start feeling that everybody needs to be on it. So why not get paid? It's time to get paid. They're right, Your Highness.
You
Time to
know
get paid, right?
Time to get paid. Yes.
Time to get paid. Time to get paid. All right. Okay. I see Yoli waving her hand. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that's just saying hi to me.
No, hi, how's everyone doing? No, I just wanted to welcome my cousin. She's here, she's listening. Her name's Maria Guadalupe. I just wanted to welcome her. She's here on the live right now.
All right. Welcome back, Maria.
She's in Del Rio, Texas, I think.
All right. In Laredo?
Del Rio.
Oh, Del Rio. Okay. I've been there. All right. Ooh.
Yeah.
Welcome. Welcome from Del Rio. Yes, Coach. Your mic's off.
Okay, I want to welcome my guest, Mrs. Hall. She's here. She has her 13-year-old daughter who's diabetic on the system. She just started the system today. Yesterday, which today's her daughter's first full day as a 13-year-old diabetic with sugar levels at 300, Reggie. So
wow.
This young lady, we're excited to have Ms. Hall here, Ms. Patrice, and she's listening in. So we're excited. Ms. Patrice?
Yes. Thank you for having me. I don't have a testimony yet, but I do. The question that I was speaking to you about today about the balance. She is I mean, literally. And I did just what you said with the adding more water. She loves the tea. She could drink that all day. But it's more of a texture. And I did the 10 shakes, and um that's how I'm feeling defeated because I want her to get the full effect. But that's what I'm stuck with that.
I have a couple people here, Miss Rashida and then Nurse Crawford here. We're here to coach you, okay? So if your daughter's these young ladies, and I do mean they're looking younger and younger. Every time I see, Jesus, man, these ladies are just getting younger and younger. Miss Rashida, with your 70-year-old self, why don't you?
With regard to the balance and the thickness of it,
Yes, ma'am.
I find myself telling my customers and friends that want to try it, the longer you shake that balance, the thicker it gets.
Mm-hmm.
The longer, like Coach Emily, for those in the back, the longer you shake it, the thicker it gets. I try mine cold. I mean, I love it cold, and
Me
I
too.
shake it about a real fast 20 times, just enough for it to dissolve in the water. And if you just let it, not 30 seconds, wait. Tell her to take it down as smooth and as soothing and easy as she can. And if she takes it cold, it'll go down very smooth, and then it'll thicken up in her stomach. Now, you can't take a little swallow and then sit it on the table and go back in about 3 minutes and get some more. No, once you turn it up, get up and
Okay.
let it, and colder to me, I don't know if the other ladies and gents on the call, but to me, colder, oh, it's just so good. And especially now the mixed berry, I don't know which one you have for her,
The
but if
orange.
you got the orange. The orange reminded me of those orange sickles that used
Yes,
to come
ma'am.
out with the orange and vanilla ice cream. Kind of
Yes.
remind me of that. But
Yeah.
cold is good. Drink it as soon as you shake it. She'll be fine.
Okay.
It's good. And say to her, it's good. Put that on her mind.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Nurse
think-
Crawford.
Yeah, I think those are pretty much a lot of my great tips. Miss Rashida covered all the bases. The colder the water, I think, is going to mix better and it's going to be more tasteful. Probably for a young lady, probably change her out to the mixed berry. I think she would really like that and find it more tasting like a dessert.
Okay.
Yeah, I noticed. I had a little trip this weekend in a restaurant. Half a cup of water with ice and blend it fast. It's almost like a blender, right? Put your straw in it and then slurp it down. And maybe add a little bit more water to it to get all of it because we want all of it. That was delicious.
Yep.
That's another tip. I was like, oh, okay, because I used to do cold water at a restaurant and half a glass of water, but add the ice in there, use the fork, blend it, blend, put the straw in it and suck it down.
Can I add to that, Rainy?
Yeah, go ahead, Janae.
So my daughter is 12, and that was an issue for her as well. And I don't think like the mixed berry is good, but I don't think it's so much as the flavor, it's just the thickness of it.
Yeah,
So
the texture.
yes, the texture, and young people don't do great with texture. So what I started doing was instead of cold, because like no matter how many times I tried to change it up for her, she's not going to enjoy it because it's still that texture. So what I started doing was I would just do room temperature, and I would just hurry up and make it for her and just tell her to just down it. And so that's how she takes hers. Like she started, because it's like get it out the way instead of, trying to find these ways to have them do it. Because when I tried to get her to do it slower, it's like she just was like, mm-mm. But when I do have her just try to get it out the way and just drink it as fast as she can, then it seems like it's been working. So
Okay. I'll try that. I only shake mine 6 or 7 times. I don't do 10, and I definitely don't do 20. That seems like that would thicken it up. So 6 or 7 times it blend, I drink it.
I guess take it like a shot.
Yeah, exactly.
All very good
Down like a shot.
suggestions. We definitely want to be mindful of the time. But these are all very good suggestions. Like I was starting to say, we do these just about every night of the week, and tonight, Thursday's our marathon night. And coming up in 9 minutes, we have our own nurse, Lavanya Crawford, who's going to be continuing the conversation on her Zoom meeting. You can go and give us a little preview, Ms. Crawford.
Absolutely, guys. Come right back on at 7 o'clock. Miss Patrice, you and your daughter join us back at 7 o'clock because I have another young lady. Her and her mom is starting on the Feel Great system. So maybe you guys, we can cross collaborate and you guys can support each other on your Feel Great journey, just starting out and claiming your health back. We'd love to have you on the 7 o'clock call.
That's
Okay.
10 o'clock on the East Coast.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're on East Coast too. They're in Florida.
Okay. I
Yeah.
will do.
That's all I sent you. You have it?
Say again, Coach.
I said, Ms. Hall, I sent you the other link.
Yes, I have it.
All right, great. Thank you. Back to you, Ms. Hilliard.
All right, great.
All right.
I want to thank everybody for coming on out. Thank everyone for sharing such wonderful testimonies. Reggie, Rosie, Coach, and am I forgetting anybody? Oh, how can I forget
It's Rosie.
wonderful testimonies that we heard tonight. And hey, let's continue to share these stories with everybody, because hardly anybody has heard about these wonderful products. And as I said, on the weekends we talk about the business side of it. So definitely, as you're sharing these stories, think to yourself, I could be getting paid for sharing this story.
Hey,
You certainly
team.
can. Definitely can. All right.
Hi, team.
So,
Can you hear me? This is Madi.
hey, Marty.
I just wanted to shout out to my cousin Yoli for getting me started, and it's been a great journey this last 9 months, and I really am seeing lots of the benefits of getting my better sleep. My migraines are gone, and so many other great things that have happened. So I just want to thank her for getting me started on this great system.
All right.
You're welcome,
Hi, Grace.
cousin.
I
Congratulations.
know you're happy about that. I know you're happy about the headaches being gone. Wow.
That's awesome.
Wait, headache. Oh, I'm sorry. Damn. Hated that. All right. Congratulations. Congratulations, Marty. Okay. Is that everything? All hearts and minds clear? If there is nothing else, I want to thank everyone again for coming on out. And until the next time, y'all go and feel